If India came around looking like a fancy Mercedes-Benz, we wouldn't be like that. We're more like a tough truck that picks up all the heavy stones and trash. Now, if this tough truck crashes into a sleek Mercedes-Benz, who's really at a loss? Think about it yourself. Who would say that? Who can even have this kind of conversation? Just think it over. We're a garbage truck, a tough truck, a big truck. Would anyone talk about their own country like that? Only when you look at your own country. Pakistan just did that today. And where they did it from is a really important thing. From America, which is like Trump's home turf, their military was holding a meeting and threatening India. Between us, there's a long history, over 70 years between these two countries. They've been enemies since forever. All of that has been there. But whenever something happens, both our countries are always caught up because of some other country. But look, this guy we've been talking about for a long time, he's the reason the Operation Sindoor started with the issue. Because of him. Now, he's left here and become the most powerful person in Pakistan. He came from India and became Prime Minister, President. Nothing like that just happens. The real power there lies with the army chief. Everyone else is just a dummy. The ones elected in democracy, they're all just puppets. He's the one in control. He left Pakistan, went to America, and from there sent a threat to India. Today, this is the headline news in all Indian media across the country. Now, what exactly is this about? I'm going to tell you. Okay, so he gave the threat. Shouldn't we take it seriously? But we're calling ourselves a garbage truck, a stone truck, or something like that. Also, there's another threat too. They said it. They claimed we'll hit India with 10 missiles. That's just talk, unnecessary talk. Why would we do anything to India? We're just minding our own business. So, the second thing is something we all know. August 15th is the most important day in the world. August 15th is a world-changing day, you could say. No matter the taxes on India today, no matter the problems between India and the US, or between the US and Russia, or across all of Europe, today is still that day. There's a bunch of issues building up, and there's a chance something big could happen by August 15th. It could even turn into a massive war from there. And right now, Ukraine's President Zelensky just called Indian Prime Minister Modi to talk about something. They're asking us to support India. We're best friends with Russia, Russia's best friends with us. They're asking us to support them against Ukraine, saying America is backing Ukraine, so we should support America and Ukraine. But before we start, as always says, you should understand all these complicated, world-full issues in a really simple way within 10 minutes. If you want to keep getting daily updates, subscribe to my channel. That's when the algorithm will start showing you the right content. So, did you join my channel? Let's get started. Hey everyone. First off, if you're wondering why we're here now, it's because Pakistan has left us with no voice. So we're starting from that point. So, if you want to know who's behind this, before Operation Sindoor, there was an attack during the daytime. That attack on Pulwama didn't need much of a trigger to start. It just happened. The same person who said that had earlier met with the head of Pakistan's military. If you look at what he did, he came to Kashmir and treated a key part of our country like it didn't matter, saying we wouldn't back down to Pakistan no matter what. Only after that did the Pulwama attack happen. There's never been such a brutal attack on tourists and ordinary Indians like this before. It was on a whole different level. The big attack happened, and only after that, everything else went down. That's when India said, look, we don't need some local leader here running their mouth. After that, Trump came, and you know what he thought? He said, I've stopped the war, I've stopped the war. Then he wanted to do a photo shoot or something like that. They expected that our Prime Minister and Pakistan's army chief would meet at the White House at the same time. So what did our Prime Minister do? He was like, no, I've got other work. Then like Varivalu, he just took off. Someone else could have asked around and found out. But he went anyway, just went there, had a quick lunch and came back. He came. Trump came and said, I'm the Oscar. I got the Oscar. What's this Oscar? They can give an Oscar to Trump for acting. But anyway, give me the Nobel Peace Prize. I said I stopped India and Pakistan's fighting, so the photo shoot didn't happen. But if you look at this timeline, you'll see that Trump, as far as I know, came and made international news because of all the issues, buying oil from India and Russia, all the problems. But beyond all that, it's a huge problem. India came, but they don't respect Trump. Every country in the world came and said Trump is the white flag bearer, praising him, telling him things like, yes sir, what you say is fine. Are you happy with that? Okay. They even say, we lowered our taxes for you, and then they leave. But only India stays quiet and doesn't say that. They just tell him to leave. I think that really hurts Trump's ego. If you look at it that way, Trump is there saying Pakistan is my friend, Pakistan is everything to me. He's all about Pakistan. Is there anyone else good enough? Can a huge country like Pakistan even exist? Pakistan is right below our land, right? Like it's almost like gold. But what have they done? They've backstabbed their own best friends. In our gang, there's always some guy. Suddenly we won't do anything at all. Normally we'd just say something and leave it. But he took it so personally and egoistically, called some random guy who has nothing to do with our gang and said, "This guy is my new best friend now. Friend, this guy keeps saying he's my leader and all." Because of that, Trump came and started hating India, but he's got crazy close ties with Pakistan. Totally unrelated stuff. Our Donald Trump is over there celebrating a strong bond with Pakistan. When you look at what he's gonna do next, the relationship with Pakistan is actually getting stronger. Right now, there are 3 leaders from Pakistan. The second time the Sindoor marriage mark is done, and it's only been a few months. In the meantime, this guy came again and is going to the US. That's happening in Florida. Is it okay if I talk about a military event? At that event, when someone from India comes and talks, it's like a Mercedes car. But we don't have anything like that. We come in a tough truck, a dump truck, like a garbage truck, or a water tanker that doesn't even have brakes. That's the kind of rugged vehicle we are. Saying India comes in a Mercedes-Benz or Ferrari, that would be an exaggeration. You can check it out yourself. There's no way someone can come from a country like that and speak so casually. What I'm trying to say is, we come as tough truck. We don't have any fancy tech or anything, just a rugged truck. Then some fancy Mercedes-Benz comes along. Maybe if this Mercedes-Benz crashes into our truck, or if their Mercedes-Benz gets hit by our truck, you tell me who gets damaged? I'm a tough truck. I'm already built strong. I'm a waste truck. There's nothing that can really damage me. But this Mercedes-Benz? It's got all sorts of things that can break. Look at it and fix it, they say. But that's just some different kind of threat they're throwing at us. They're saying it. Social media popped up and was like, "Hey, do you think I'm proud of this? You think I'm a fool or something? I'm not proud. No, you're just a stubborn guy, and you're the one calling yourself that. I don't even think you realize you're just laughing it off. They're just teasing you. But if you stop with that, it's fine. We can just say it's silly comedy and let it go." But the second thing is, if you look, the violence here is getting worse and reaching an extreme level, for both Pakistan and India. When problems come up, Pakistan says they'll team up with half the world and come after us. They're talking about wiping us out. What they mean is, they have nuclear weapons. If India does anything against them, they'll use those nukes and come destroy half the world. They're basically threatening us like that. I don't know if it's just a threat or what, but it's like, if you come near me, I'll kill myself and then jump on you. That's how serious it feels. This is exactly what Pakistan is saying. Where are they saying it from? From the US. For the 3rd time, they're saying the same thing. They're saying India won't give the Indus River water to Pakistan, and now we've started discussing a few things. The deal that was supposed to come to us got delayed, and there's no proper deal yet. It was made during Nehru's time. We said we won't agree to this deal, and even now the Prime Minister spoke about it in Parliament. So the current government is being very clear about this water issue. Going to Pakistan to build the dam isn't right. We've got to stop it somehow. If that dam gets built, everything's going to be ruined. The whole thing will be lost. Now, if you listen to what he's saying, you'll want to destroy that dam. We'll keep an eye on it until you break it. Once the dam is completely destroyed, then, with 10 missiles, exactly 10, we'll finish it off. The Indus River is India's property, not Pakistan's. That dam belongs to Pakistan. So, that dam, they said, let's just take all the water from there, alright? We'll take it. Until then, we'll just hang around and have fun, like waiting for that tamarin fly to show up. That's the kind of thing they were talking about. I don't know why they suddenly started talking like that, like they had some plan or something. But that's exactly what they said. When I asked why they were talking like that, honestly, no one knows. There's no connection at all, so why is he just sitting there quietly? That's how Pakistan is now, man. Hey, you came all the way here. Why are you still stuck on the same thing? They raised taxes in our town. Then ChatGPT came along, and people started talking about how to move forward. Just when we were trying to think ahead, you keep saying over and over, "Do you know how big I am? Do you know how big my truck is?" And then this Manobala guy comes in the middle of all this chaos, running around refusing to take sides. Now there's a problem between India and America too. And right in the middle, here comes Manobala, chasing after me like, "Hey, look at me." They're chasing him, joining Trump, and this whole comedy is happening in Pakistan, okay? Anyway, this is something happening in America right now. They should check it out and say it's wrong because this was said from their own country, and it has nothing to do with India. But they keep talking about it and no one really knows why. Probably, we'll see some reaction within 24 hours. they'll say it's wrong. Next thing, if you look at August 15th, let me start by saying this. I already explained everything in detail in my video yesterday. On August 15th, a discussion is going to happen in Alaska, the part of America that's closest to Russia. This discussion is meant to be a first step to stop the war between Ukraine and Russia. For the first time, Putin and Trump, who's now back in power, are going to meet. In this meeting, they're going to talk about everything needed to end this war. There are a lot of conditions involved. I'm telling you again, did you watch the video yesterday? I explained everything in detail there. Whether the war between Russia and Ukraine will end or continue depends on the outcomes of this meeting. The whole world is involved, and that's why we're paying taxes that have nothing to do with us. We'll find out if they'll stop all that or not. Okay, so we need to gather info on this. We'll see who's supporting which side. Ukraine has already gotten full support from Europe. Just like we expected, all the NATO countries are supporting Ukraine. But the unexpected twist is, Zelensky actually called our Prime Minister. When they were talking, Zelensky said, "India is a country that wants peace. You tell me what your boss says, but we're the ones who are causing bloodshed to the people living in your country and even taxing us on top of that." Anyway, coming back to the topic, Zelensky says Ukraine is a country that wants peace. India is a country that wants peace. That's why Trump and Putin are giving these speeches. America is coming in, representing Ukraine and talking. So when they're talking, India has to stand strong on our side. Who's that? Our best friend, our close buddy. The only reason we're buying stuff is because the guy in Tirupur has lost his job. If you look at what our close friend is doing, he's telling us to come over to his side and shouting out loud. And for this, India's response is always the same. They keep telling us not to support someone unnecessarily and then get into trouble. That's basically their only point, and India stays quiet about it. What India's side is saying is that if I get a solution, then there won't be any war between the two countries involved. It's just talk. And India will support me in that. So wherever the talks happen, India will support me. Whether it's in Alaska or with Trump or Putin. Whether it's about Ukraine or Putin, only words won't solve the problems happening in the world. War won't solve anything. Look at India's neutral stance now. Technically, what have we said? Are we supporting Putin? No. Supporting Zelensky? No. Supporting Russia? No. Supporting America? No. Supporting Ukraine? No. But still, it sounds like we're speaking correctly. So, what's the point? You guys been fighting? Sit down and talk, man. India's always been like that. Just talking big as usual, and meanwhile, we've quietly stepped out of that. And now, India's Ministry of External Affairs is fully focused on us and Trump. The whole tax issue seems to have blown over. But this Pakistan guy, with his nuclear weapons right next door, did you know we've got weapons too? They're just trying to distract us completely. Hopefully, things settle down. They're going to drop all those small tasks and come to us, thinking they'll make us handle their taxes properly. The tax battle between India and the US has been going on for a while now, right? And they've been messing with us in that too. We're just sitting and watching. They're trying to pacify even America, and we're ready to make a small offer. That's what the news is saying. Hopefully this will help us get out of the Russia-Ukraine war situation too. We can't really say Trump is the reason why taxes went up, but somehow we managed to bring this into the conversation and got the taxes reduced. People from our town didn't lose their jobs in Tirupur, and now we're trying to get orders from Puma, Adidas, Nike, basically working on a way to send t-shirts to America. But I'm telling you again, I'm speaking from what I know about Trump. For all these days, I've been talking about what's happening around the world daily. Trump is angry with our Russia. There's nothing we can do about what we get. Trump's angry. Everyone in the world says Trump should get the Nobel Peace Prize. Now Trump's in the final stage of his life. His only wish is to get the Nobel Peace Prize. All the world leaders are telling him to take it, calling him the king of the white flag, and even singing praises like it's the 23rd Tiger's Roar. Pakistan is doing the same. Only India isn't. Why are they acting like they can't lose? It's just pure ego. Big ego. Every country in Europe has already lost. Everyone in Australia is down too. But India's the only one acting like they won't fall. It's just ego that Russia and China are still standing against us. Trump's ego is the only reason this war is still going on. Don't expect it to end anytime soon. He's just playing his game. But hey, let's wait and see. What do you think? Over to you. Let's discuss. Do you think India should support Ukraine like Zelensky says? Or do you think India should always stand with Russia like usual? This is a war, and in a war, we should stand with Ukraine here. But that also means pushing Russia back. Tell me in the comments which side you think we should be on. I'll check back in another video tomorrow. If you think we should side with Russia, say Team Russia. If you think we should side with Ukraine, let me know. If you're thinking about it, just say the team is Ukraine. The profile is very real, you can easily find and do it. So love you all, take care.